Okay, there we go. Now I believe we are live. So, what's going on, Ranger Nation? Welcome to the first video of it's Power Ranger without the vowels because vowels are so not in anymore.
Right. You know how like in the comics there was the coinless? We're the vowelless.
So you mean it's not pronounced Prunger?
Well, it could be.
It's whatever you want it to be.
Exactly what Brian said. So we're doing a pre-San Diego Comic-Con show because that happens real soon, actually. Like, what is today? Friday. So Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. So in 5 days, we're either going to be excited or overwhelmingly disappointed.
This isn't Bandai. I think we can at least have an expectation.
That's not served me well in the past, Kevin.
Because it's been Bandai.
All right, I got the chat going. So chat, we can see you, but it's going to be obviously delayed by whatever YouTube's, oh my gosh, it's not appropriate, take it off the air filter is. So
okay,
anyhow, let's just get started right off the bat. Let's talk a little bit of news real quick today because, oh my gosh, the last 24 hours has been either cataclysmic or exciting, depending on where you fall on the fan spectrum. So we'll start light. So we had the Silver and Gold Ranger Beast Morpher toy, Beast Morpher. Yes, the $14.99 Morpher or whatever it's going to be. Not a lot of love for that that I'm seeing.
It's almost as if it was made for children and not for collectors.
This toy isn't for you.
Right. No, it's I think as an actual toy, it does its job fine, right? But it's obviously not meant for maybe any. What is that, a dog? It's not meant for almost anybody.
He's not happy about the Striker Morpher, guys.
It's not intended for anybody you're watching right now, pretty much.
That's true.
But if you like it, cool. That's all you. But it's not meant for the adult. The Beast X Morpher that's why it fits your wrist, even all of our fat wrists. But
wow, he really.
I'll be right back. No, you freak.
He's like, we got to take this outside.
Did we just spoil the episode 1 season 2 special guest for RR the Streets?
Yeah, Flynn's ready to talk 0-1 scans.
So anyway, if you guys haven't seen the what is it, the Striker Morpher?
Striker Morpher Blaster.
Go online. It's out there. Just don't read the comments.
Very yellow.
Other fun stuff. We'll get to the big news, which I didn't think was news, but apparently it's news. But the other one was JDF is doing his first crowd-funded Kickstarter.
Of course.
For yet another Power Rangers fan film. It's not called
Let's see
Power
if this
Ranger.
one pans out.
This takes place in the city of Angel Graves.
Angel Graves sounds like a stripper's name.
We're back on bumper again, aren't we?
It's horrible. It's the worst.
I mean, I can appreciate they're like, oh, it's like a darker timeline. So Graves.
It's Soul of the Dragon, but not really. It's not Evil Draken, who's searching for their missing child, who just happens to be a girl. So this I guess should be called the
JDF's daughter,
yes.
Jenna Frank.
Yes, this should be called the world premiere of Jenna Ray Frank, the Kickstarter.
I think they should just call this original character "Do Not Steal the Movie."
It's not Soul of the Dragon; it's Essence of the White Dragon.
It's not Power Rangers; it's Plowdergrangers.
Go Plowdergrangers.
Ranger.
Just go into a thesaurus and look up like synonyms for Rangers, and then that's what you're gonna have.
What are we gonna have?
If Angel Graves is any indication, it should be the first or second option that pops up. Oh, we're talking about
wait, were you not kidding about the Angel Graves thing?
No, that is literally on their Kickstarter.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
I wasn't making that up. If you go to their Kickstarter page, the description, the synopsis of this thing is Angel Graves.
On the main
I
stage.
thought you guys were just kidding because
No!
that's horrible.
I don't lie about shit like this.
It's,
Oh.
yeah.
Are we gonna start taking bets on how long
Ugh.
until the Hasbro legal team steps in?
I liked your response, Brian.
Yesterday.
They're already writing the email.
That or they're just sitting back being like, yeah, okay, you get 500,000. We'll sit back and wait until you're at like 498,000. Then we'll be like, oh crap, this is actually happening. Now we need to step in.
Hey, I want it to happen. You know, I'm interested to see it. I like Bat in the Sun. I like the stuff they've done.
He
But
likes
I
the
just-
order. He likes.
Josh,
wasn't-
get
that
the
wasn't
hell
bad.
out of here.
That was not
PR
Bat in the
film
Sun.
is still possible, just so you know.
But you know, I'm not going to spend money on another crowd-funded Power Rangers inspired fan film because the only one that's ever happened is Zordon of Eltar.
I like that one.
Do you guys remember
That
that?
one was good.
I
That
like
was
that
good.
one too because it had almost zero actor involvement.
I like
Yeah,
that one because it was
It was
actually finished.
literally just a guy being like, "Hey, I like Zordon. Let's have some cool special effects shots for like 2 hours." And that was all
Just
I
2
wanted.
hours of the head in the tube. Just nothing else happening.
No, it's cool. They actually gave him like a little like backstory, like he's like a first Power Ranger thing. But anyway, whatever. You know,
Yeah.
it was fun. I loved it.
Whatever. So that's the thing. We're not going to feature it on the site because we don't feature that kind of stuff on the site because it's not Power Rangers. But
Not Power Rangers.
not Power Rangers. The other big news, and again, I think this wasn't news in my opinion because I thought this was a foregone conclusion like
Months ago.
at one of the investor phone calls like 8 months ago or something. But apparently the Power Rangers movie's not getting a sequel. It's going to be a reboot.
Oh
Shock
my
and
god!
awe.
What?
So a movie that failed in all aspects.
A movie that barely
isn't getting a
broke
sequel.
even isn't getting a sequel?
What the
It's not getting a sequel because
And-
it's getting a 6-movie anthology.
You mean Hasbro's working with a completely different movie house to produce their next movie? Shit.
What?
You mean
Terms of
Lionsgate
friendship.
actually owns the rights to that Power Rangers movie? So there's really no way they could move forward unless they wanted to make a deal with Lionsgate? Despite the
wants
fact
to
that they
do
own
that,
their own
honestly?
movie studios? This is news to me.
Apparently, it's news
So,
to
yeah.
about 75% of the fandom and all of Facebook as well.
It's true.
And Reddit, but
Oh, yeah.
I tweeted out, this is the most the movie's been talked about since the summer of 2017.
You're right.
here's the thing, like, so you can enjoy the movie all you want, right? Like, I enjoyed the movie. I know all of you guys enjoyed the movie. Those of us who went to the premiere, we walked away saying, wow, that was great. And there's nothing wrong with that. But it didn't translate into toy sales. It didn't translate into ticket sales. It didn't translate into anything. And in fact, as we've discussed on Twitter many times, it actually like prompted Saban to be like, yeah, F this. And he sold the brand. So
And it turns
You
out it
know.
didn't translate into other languages because no other country gave a shit about it.
And all the Japanese people were just really confused why we were remaking Jew Ranger.
Yeah, that's always the response from Japan. Why do they like Jew Ranger so much?
We don't
so
know
just
either.
just some chatter really quickly on the chat. Tyler Bozetsky said, "What's the rival city name to Angel Graves? Is it Wasted Valley?" Animal 865 goes, "There was a Power Rangers movie."
They should call it Death Canyon.
Why is Liz
I like
in the
it.
chat and not in here?
Right.
Liz, what are you doing?
Liz,
It's a hard link to click. I mean, I gave you guys the link.
She's all about that chat life.
Anyways, so there's another question we'll get to when we get to the San Diego part, which we'll do probably now. But so anyway, so San Diego Comic-Con's happening. Last year, if you were a Power Rangers fan, you went to San Diego, there was a White Ranger outfit on display. If you went to San Diego the year before that, there was like nothing on display. So this will be the first year that there's actually something decent on display for Power Rangers. What that is, though, we don't know yet. So that's what we're going to talk about as far as expectations, what not to expect, and then what we collectively as old, overweight nerd boys want to see. So right off the bat, as far as expectations go, I don't know, because Hasbro, they're so strange. So let's talk preview night, right? Wednesday night, boom, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, whatever time it opens up. You run the display case. what do you guys think we can expect to see on Wednesday night preview night in the display case?
Half of Goldar's head.
Lightning Wave 2.
Wave 2 and 3.
Yeah.
I would
And
say
any other like small like GameStop or Walgreens exclusives that we're expecting?
yeah, we'll probably see that armored gold black, or the armored shield Black Ranger will probably
The Mighty
be
Morphin Gold Ranger, right?
Yes, right.
I would say from experience and knowing how Hasbro does their stuff, so they're not like Bandai, right? So Bandai like to put all their cards on the table. Just like, here you go. There's everything. Enjoy. Take pictures. We'll be here all 5 days to answer your questions 800 times over. Hasbro likes to be like, hey, here's a little bit now, and here's a little bit later, and here's a little trickle at the end. Just ask Marvel Legends fans who have to run back to the freaking Marvel Legends case like 8 times over the weekend as new stuff keeps getting put in. So my assumption is on Wednesday night preview night, you'll see stuff that's already been announced. So your Armored Black Ranger. You'll see, obviously, the San Diego Comic-Con exclusives. The Razor Scooter. Woo.
I was going to say a wall of scooters.
Just a wall
Going
of
all
packaging.
in on Razor.
They're only going to announce the other 6 Mighty Morphin Rangers. That's our big reveal.
Terrible.
They might have something on display. They might have like a suit or something like that. It depends.
Power
It's hard
Rangers
to say.
Heelys.
You'll see the Beast Morpher toys that have been shown off at Toy Fair, right? So like the next wave, so to speak, the fall and winter assortment. And maybe for Lightning Collection, you'll have Beast Morphers, the Red Ranger, and maybe like the Gold Ranger. Because Hasbro likes to hold things back. If it's going to get some buzz, they're going to wait and show it to you at the panel on Thursday. Or at the worst kept secret event on Thursday morning. That's typically where you end up seeing this stuff first, and then they trickle it out into the display case afterwards. So Wednesday night, yes, you'll get to see some first in-hand shots of like the Armored Black Ranger, right? That'll be cool. To which everyone can digest how they're going to repaint that, 3 other times into Tommy. Well, it's already getting repainted into Jason. Eventually into maybe an Armored Billy. Who knows?
Maybe an armored SPD green. For all of the weirdos who know what that is.
Yep.
And Josh just spoiled the Wave 3 Lightning Collection reveal right there.
I thought Wave 3 was
I'm
nothing
kidding.
but Titanium Rangers.
That's true. That would be awesome. So my assumption Wednesday night is nothing groundbreaking or earth-shattering. If anything, maybe 1 surprise, maybe 2. But I would hold off on everything for Thursday because there might be a breakfast event or something happening in the morning. And if it happens in the morning, obviously after that said preview event, that may or may not happen. Is it a secret?
Which one?
The secret that you're going to meet up with everyone at McDonald's.
So it's Hasbro's worst kept secret. They have for every year I've gone, this is my 6th time, for every year they've had a breakfast event for every brand that they cover, and about 2,000 people show up and have breakfast and take pictures. Now, if that was something that was happening, there's a very good chance we would be going to that. And if that was happening, like it has in previous years, follow the train of thought here. So
I'm lost.
Yeah, I got nothing.
So at years past, they've done a breakfast event, and they have new figures that they're going to put on their display cases on display for people to take up close personal pictures. I mean, you can get like right up like this and take a picture, and have breakfast. And usually the breakfast is okay. It's nothing to write home about. It's catered, but it's good. And they'll start with that and reveal some. That's where they have a lot of licensing merch. Like I went last year. Eric, you were with me last year.
Yeah.
And they don't really have much. They had the Beast Morphers walking around in suits, and that was it for Power Rangers. But like Transformers you could get your own Bumblebee T-shirt made right there on the spot for you.
Hey.
It's
The
pretty
goodie
sweet.
bags, which everybody really loved, because the goodie bags are usually full of toys. And then, you could get art prints. So we bought art prints. A buddy of ours is a big Magic the Gathering fan of the art and stuff like that. He loves the arts. And one of the artists for that was there, and she had a bunch of her art from previous decks that they've done on, like, there for sale for like $10. So there's that. And then, but it's all their brands. So Marvel Legends, Star Wars Black Series, Transformers. This year, if there is one this year, we'll incorporate Power Rangers. And that's, like I said, that's where you're going to see new stuff. That's where if you will see probably all of Lightning Collection Wave 2, which shouldn't be a surprise since it's probably going to be on shelves in the next 45 days. Because 45 days puts us at September.
Providing my stores get rid of their stock of Wave 1.
My stores don't have any Wave 1 anymore. They're sold out. Or if they do, they have a White Ranger hanging out. But yeah, so I'm assuming that's where we'll see Wave 2 and maybe even a Wave 3, or your first look at if they're expanding. If they've said they're going to expand the Lightning Collection, and if they do, there's a chance you might see something there. Kind of like a whoa, because Transformers, that's where they premiered Omega Supreme last year. So that would be a perfect place to be like, hey, check out
The
this
Lightning
random Megazord.
Yeah,
something random like that. And then in the years past, after this morning event, that stuff ends up in the display case sometime after that event ends. Then, right, because it's Hasbro, now on top of all that, on Thursday, you also have the Power Rangers panel, where they're going to talk and showcase even more toys and stuff about the show.
Excuse me, the Power Rangers Power Hour panel.
I don't know
I like
who's
that
more
name.
upset
You
about
use
that.
that for something.
Who
should
should
start
be
a
more upset
podcast.
about that? Eric, or Jason? Because Jason's the one who coined it. But it kind of borrowed from Eric's name just a little bit. But Jason's not a Hasbro anymore, but they're still using that.
Yeah.
Or would that be Bandai who's pissed off? Because it was Bandai's product on the first one they ever did back at PMC 2016.
Everyone's pissed off.
No one gets inside.
So Eric, they should just call it. Well, they can't call it Ranger Command Power Hour. Maybe they'll call it Ranger Central, or no, that's also Ranger Center Power Hour. Live from Angel Graves, but let's see. Going back to chat real quick just to catch up with everybody. Mr. Yellow says, well, hopefully we'll see Goldar's package at this
Heyo.
I'm hoping he means the packaging and not his package.
Don't judge him. He wants his package.
Hey, I'm looking for both.
There is a sect of the fandom that is totally into that, and I have nothing against them. So
we want nothing to do with you, but
Past Rider Blue says this stream is a bunch of people from Twitter and the streets.
That's true.
correct.
Yes.
And they're saying it's the wrong Josh.
Yes.
Sorry, Josh.
Oh.
Hey,
Listen, we've had so many Chris's, we can have so many Joshes as well.
Do we get figures for breakfast? Maybe.
Like to eat.
But anyway, so that's what you can expect, like the toys and when you're going to see them in display cases and stuff like that. But the most important thing, and the thing I think that everyone wants to talk about, is what do we expect to actually be revealed, so to speak, at the show. So one thing people keep asking in the chat, or I guess one person keeps asking in chat, do you guys think we get any kind of announcement for an animated special / series, a Netflix special, like a streaming service special or series? Is this the year that finally happens, or are we looking at?
I think they're gonna wait
couple more years
until
on the
after
road.
Beast Morphers season 2.
Yeah.
It's a little early. Like, we just got started. Like, it doesn't feel like it because there's not a ton of toys out right now, and the show is only aired 8 episodes in the US.
Right.
But we just got started. I feel like it's a little early.
I think
too early.
I think with
I would agree.
with ASJ being there and the exclusive of the Gold and Red Ranger 2-pack, I think they might announce the team up.
I was going to get to that.
Mhm.
I have a feeling that they would announce the team up on the panel when they start talking about the show and be like,
Yeah.
oh, we have a special guest on the panel. Everyone, welcome Awesome St. John, the Red Ranger. And he'll be like, yo, what up, ASJ, y'all? Just want to announce I'm back to action.
Buy my
And,
merch.
Like, I'm putting money down on that. Like, I'm expecting ASJ to say, what up, y'all? Right? What up, y'all? And then when he's announcing his return, he goes, I'm back to action. I'm putting like $20 down that those are
You should
phrases
have like
that
a
come out of
bingo
his mouth.
card. All with catchphrases.
And I hope they let me interview him at some point because I'd like to ask him, like, if the Neo Saban era was the JDF era, is the Hasbro era the ASJ era?
Is JDF not the golden child anymore, and that's why he's doing this Bad in the Sun thing?
I think I don't know what to think of JDF. I don't know. Jason David Frank. I don't know. Like I'm sitting here, I'm having these horrible flashbacks where we're like, oh wow, it's ASJ and his posse back when the Order thing came out, because it was ASJ and then a bunch of actors. And we're like, oh, JDF's above that. But now it's JDF and his posse. And ASJ's not involved. So now
insert that gif of Ken Watanabe. Let them fight.
Seriously, we could be looking at a fan film battle between the Order and Legend of Tommy Oliver.
Watch neither get made.
Ollie Tolliver.
Ollie Tolliver.
Or like Tony Trueheart or something stupid, whatever. But we could actually see the live action battle between these fan films with Jason Font strangely caught in the middle of being in almost every single Power Ranger fan film crowdfunding, but never being blamed for the fact that none of these have come out to fruition.
Oh yeah,
Michael
didn't he
Copan
do
looking
that?
at you.
Didn't he do that No Nerds Here thing that never really took off? They did
They had
like
an
one.
episode.
Yeah.
I had an episode. And then they did, well, he was also part of Michael Copan's scam. He was part of the Order. We're going way off topic again, but it's
Sorry.
I just want JDF to finally do the Cybertron thing he said he was going to do way back after season 1 of Mighty Morphin. Just give us Cybertron. Come on.
They could actually, because now Hasbro owns the rights to the term Cybertron, so they can finally do it.
Frozen Stratos is giving me so much crap. The Order would have to be real for this to work.
That's our Corey.
Corey, I love you. But you can't come on.
Corey, back to work.
Back to work, shoe boy.
Well, yeah.
Also,
so,
are we any kind of language constraints? Are we being family friendly? Or
That's why I said shoe boy.
I figured.
no, preferably no F-bombs.
Okay,
Whoops.
Yeah, everyone's been good except for Eric, who's dropped the SH word 3 times now. I've been trying to keep track.
He gets fired up.
We have a swear jar that I haven't told anybody about. So
You get a quality berry.
It's in Lightning Collection Gold Rangers that you have to pay in.
Pretty much. So anyway, yeah, probably nothing for an animated series. I would not be surprised. I mean, okay, how do I word this correctly that people aren't like, oh my god,
Confirm.
I would not be shocked if, as far as a new movie stuff, I would not be shocked if they tried to give a date. Does that make sense?
What, like a really early teaser poster, like a flash of lightning or something? It's
Like a new logo?
Yeah, like a lightning bolt in like summer 2022 or something like that. That would not
like a
surprise
car with silhouette of like 5 teenagers in the front, something like that.
Everybody but Red is standing on the top of the car for some reason, which is really dangerous.
Yeah, that's a good idea. They should do that.
Right. I could see that happening, but that even then, I wouldn't expect it. I would say don't expect that, but I could see that because Transformers has got nothing going on right now, right? Bumblebee just came out. They're just trying to milk this Siege thing by repainting everything 86 times for their Siege toy line, which I'm okay with. I'm going to buy most of it.
I'm here for it.
I was going to say it's pretty much standard practice, and it works. So,
My Little Pony's kind of dead in the water. G.I. Joe, let's face it, it's never going to have enough traction to do anything. If you think Power Rangers has no audience,
Matt,
I was one of 3 people
Yes.
that liked Retaliation.
I liked Retaliation. I thought it was a fun movie. I liked The Rock, and I liked Bruce Willis.
I was like, what is Bruce
There you go.
Willis doing here? Just shows up in the middle of
He's Joe Colton, the original G.I. Joe.
nice.
The big 12-inch.
Except he doesn't have flocked
Um,
hair.
Yeah, it's true. And he has no kung fu grip.
You don't know that. Ask Demi Moore.
Heyo.
Ooh, now who's being too spicy?
I was going to say, I think he would say she has the kung fu grip. Now you know what I'm talking about.
Somebody just watched G.I. Jane on FX the other night. Chris is like, what?
No, I didn't. I'm just saying she was G.I. Jane, he was G.I. Joe, and they were married. That's hilarious. I never thought about that before.
And then they had Ashton Kutcher or something. Somewhere he's involved in this, but
Somebody had him.
okay, so obviously I think it's a very, very safe bet to say we can expect the reveal of Lightning Collection Wave 3. Right?
For sure.
Because that would be winter/spring. I would say you can almost guarantee, if not the whole lineup, at least like 3 of the 4, right? Or heaven forbid they actually expand it to like more than just 4 characters every single time. But
Do you think it'll be announced or actually shown?
I think it'll be
Show.
announced. I don't think they're gonna show them. I think they'll just announce what characters there are. I think as far as showing, they'll probably just show Wave 2.
I think you'll see 1 or 2 painted figures for no. I don't think you'll get like the helmetless heads, if that makes sense, because I think that is too close to like in the final stages of production. But I think you'll get at least the Rangers.
So like a
If there's Rangers.
pre-painted prototype.
Yeah, kind of like they did with Lightning Collection, the White Ranger at Power Morphicon.
Yeah.
Like you didn't get the Tommy head. You didn't get to see the Tommy head, but he was there on display fully painted, and it actually translated pretty well to what we got in the final toy. So
Yeah,
I would not be surprised if they threw at least a couple of the figures. I would assume they'll give us maybe 2, if not 3, like reveals of who it's going to be. Now the question is, who's it going to be?
There's so many to pick from.
I hope it's
think
not
it's-
Draken because I'm working on this one, and I'm gonna be
no.
really mad.
Do you guys think it's safe to say that every wave is going to include at least 1 Mighty Morphin?
At least for the
Yes.
first 7.
Yeah, for the first couple.
Well, I mean, that's the thing. Like, Mighty Morphin has so many. I think Josh and I made like this huge spreadsheet of all the different variations of Mighty Morphin you can go through the comic books and through the TV show and all that. I feel like they could keep milking that for, even if it's not just Rangers, like if you do villains, but then again, Goldar and Armored Black are going to be kind of their own releases.
Well,
So
I would say it's a safe bet that you'd probably get Mighty Morphin somehow. I mean, we know, if you guys remember from San Diego 2017, I think it was,
too long ago.
the Psycho Rangers were supposed to come up with an Alpha 5 Build-A-Figure.
Mhm.
And the whole reason that was included was because the retailers were worried that something without MMPR wouldn't sell. Now, Hasbro doesn't have the same
I guess they were
reservations
right.
of retailers.
Jokes on
Power
you,
Rangers
because it
did
never
not
happened
sell.
anyway.
But I mean, if you take that same concept or that same idea and go forward with it, like, okay, yeah, Mighty Morphin sells, obviously, but like at my stores, Tommy's you see more of Tommy than anybody else, but he's also 3 per case. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like he's just sprinkled in, no one's buying it. He's 3 per case, and I'm not seeing, the first couple of weeks they came out, everywhere. But now I'm seeing, sorry, Eric, I see Shadow Ranger everywhere. I don't see Tommy. I don't even see the Dino Charger Ranger.
I saw Shadow
Why
Ranger
are you picking up those Shadow Rangers and giving them to me? I got 100 to collect.
I saw one on
Because
clearance at Walmart for $14.90 the other day on clearance already.
there is 100 paint variations, Eric, and I just don't have the patience. He's
One of
got battle damage on his eye in one package. The other package, the belt is like off. The red is off by like a quarter of an inch.
One of
I
them,
wouldn't
his
buy
foot
those
is
either. So
gone.
I don't complain that they're shelf warming. I wouldn't buy them either. But
Eric's in the new house. He needs the wallpaper of the Shadow Ranger
I have a
boxes.
whole blank wall here for just all Shadow Ranger. And there he is.
you posted that picture of your office yesterday, and I wanted to commend you that you managed to get the Shadow Ranger helmet under the poster where the SBD Red Ranger is. I just wanted to take a moment, because if you didn't, my OCD was really going to bother me on that.
Right. Yeah, that's why I did that.
Although I'm disappointed I don't see the figure anywhere on your shelf.
Because I've got boxes everywhere.
That box should be easily labeled. Even when my stuff is packed up and in storage, and it's labeled like on every corner what's in it,
Oh, yeah. I mean,
And
I've got...
purposely left out so I could easily come and get it at any point that I need, like my Zeo Gold helmet or my Zangetsu helmet. Like, I know exactly where they're at.
He's got one of those like suitcases that have the padding that they make every year for every Choco show. And like if his house catches on fire, he can run into his room and place all his shadow stuff into the house, close it up, and run.
Yeah, it's like the perfectly formed foam that everything just sticks in. Yeah.
Mhm.
Actually,
With a
that's a good
second
idea.
handle made just for Teresa, so if you're not able to get to it, she can.
Right. I've got my priority.
All right, so as far as like a Wave 3 Lightning collection, what do you guys think is something that we might get?
I think this is more of a hope, but I hope we don't get any repeat seasons that we've already gotten. So no Dino Charge yet, no SPD yet. We're going to get Magna Defender, no Lost Galaxy. I would like to see like the first couple waves and like round out with one of every Ranger from every season.
And
I mean, you won't get that with Mighty Morphin, obviously, but
as much as Josh joked about the Titanium Ranger, that is one I would definitely want to see.
Yeah.
For sure.
Absolutely.
I think I mean Time Force has to be up there. I don't know if they would follow a wave that had a pink ranger with another wave with another pink ranger, because if you've noticed, like the waves seem to differentiate, except for red, a different color, right? So you had kind of the bluish, blackish with a Shadow Ranger. You had a White Ranger. You had Lord Zed the villain, and you had the white, whatever. So whatever. First wave, color-wise, bluish, black, red, and white. Second wave is going gray. Is that an accurate color description for Magna Defender? Pink, gold, and red. So I would assume Wave 3 would have to have a green of some sort. So a Green Ranger. So you have to figure out who's going to be the most popular Green Ranger. Well, probably Tommy.
I wonder who that would
Yeah.
be.
I was going to say, especially the fact that they already have the shield done for red, I think it would be very...
Turbo Adam.
it's obviously Joel.
It's
Turbo
Carlos.
Carlos.
What's his name? The guy from Lost Galaxy. I know his real name. I forget his
Damon?
character's name.
Damon.
Damon, yes. It's Damon. Yeah, so I mean, Green Ranger, let's face it, you're probably going to get Mighty Morphin Green. Obviously, the tooling is there. All they have to do is replace the belt.
Just get him out of the way.
Yeah.
Get him out of the way. Pack him 16 per case, and you're good.
I was
But
hoping
I
that
might-
since they had. I was hoping that since they had done Tommy in the first wave, that they would sort of release the MMPR Black with the shield, and of course the Red Ranger shield as an SDCC exclusive to kind of hold people off on sort of the armored look, and then give us like an MMPR Blue.
I would not actually be surprised to see MMPR Green and Red in the Wave 3.
Ugh.
But if we get Green
fight
Ranger
continues.
Tommy, does that mean we get the sweet mullet? Because we got the ponytail with the
See?
White Ranger.
There you go, and you
Oh.
can have another derpy ASJ face.
Is there going to be a Toys R Us exclusive where he has a cloth shield?
No, because there's no Toys R Us, Kevin.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chris.
That's
not
too
yet.
soon.
What if
Too
they
soon.
decide to make the Red Ranger a Rocky, since we are already getting two weird ASJ faces?
Ooh.
But
Mhm.
Hasbro would never make something like that exclusive.
Hmm.
True. Especially since he's going to be, or we at least are calling him Hasbro's like poster boy.
Yeah. So I wouldn't be surprised if you got a Tommy and a Jason in Wave 3, a Yellow Ranger, because we haven't had a Yellow Ranger yet. And then, just for fun, maybe they throw in RJ, Jungle Fury Wolf Ranger. Throw a purple in there. Throw everybody off.
Let's do it. I'm all down.
Yeah, I'm down for that. Or Korag.
I would buy that wave.
Oh,
I would Korag.
I mean, I'm
Yeah.
going to buy it regardless, but
Korag, and then the
Is it-
Walgreens exclusive Wolf
Red
Warrior
repaint.
version.
Oh, I'm here for it. I got so many Walgreens. I'll find that.
Chuke's on Walgreens duty for all of us.
There's a GoFundMe being set up for Brian to buy every Wolf Warrior repaint.
I gotta get 100.
Exists. So, I mean, yeah, but I don't think we'll see Wave 4. I don't think they'll even tease it.
Oh,
I think we'll see. So, you guys remember that EB Games leaked listing or whatever that someone took a screenshot of that had
Psycho
MMPR
Blue?
Black? Yeah, had some sort of Psycho Blue. I think we'll
Yeah.
figure out we'll hopefully know what that is. Whatever the heck that is.
Also, real
I'm
quick-
quick,
happy with Psycho Blue because we just did that. I don't want to do it again.
yeah,
Too
true.
soon. Too soon.
Database Rangers power reviews in the chat said Gia would be a safe bet for the yellow, and I think that's very true.
Yeah, that is
Mhm.
true.
Super Mega
They
Force
do like
yellow.
to keep their marketing on point with like their product.
Right.
So she's in Battle for the Grid.
Yeah,
So I would not be surprised if they foresee her as a figure.
I would buy that though. I'd like to go.
She's
grab
in Angel Graves as well.
this. Hey, you
All
don't
right,
know
I have
who's
to step
in
away.
Graves, all right? You
I have to
can't
step
touch-
away for a minute, so I'm putting Eric in charge. Eric, don't screw
Oh
it up.
God. All right.
All right, all
So-
hell's gonna break loose.
No, so in outside of the Lightning collection, what do you guys want to see in terms of maybe some kind of Lightning Morpher or a Lightning Megazord? What would your first pick be?
I
A
really want,
Megazord, because I've got plenty of Mighty Morphin, morphers.
Everything.
Mm-hmm.
I
Do you
mean,
think they would do the Master Morpher?
that's what I want.
That would be cool.
I mean, it would be neat, I guess, but the Bandai Legacy Morpher was pretty much perfect.
Yeah.
So perfect that Japan used it.
Yeah, so perfect that they used it for their Artisan Morpher. Or Dino Buckler, excuse me. So I'm gonna have a heart attack that I called the Dino Buckler.
How
Morpher.
dare you?
I just think about that because, Hasbro has
How
that
do you always
deal.
get things?
I got the props, baby.
Because Hasbro has that deal with like the lineage that they're doing the pins.
Mhm.
And they've already done those lithographs, the stuff with the Master Morpher with the pins. So it's not like they're gonna forget about that. So I would love to see a Master Morpher just so I don't have to pay like $100 to a fan to like a fan produced set, even though those sets are great and the makers that do that are awesome. But I'd rather have like a decently priced official version, quote unquote.
Yeah.
I'd really like to see them do a Beast Morpher's Morpher that actually kind of works like it does in the show. So you put the key in and then the sunglasses pop up and the keys are actual size. I'd like to see maybe I mean, with as popular as Beast Morphers is between the fandom and hopefully kids right now, I feel like that's something that they could get away with that isn't Mighty Morphin. So
Almost like an artisan version of the current toy.
Yes, I think that'd be awesome. Just like I like the current toy, I like the keys, but it's say it's Morphin time. Like that just gets annoying really quickly. I'd like to see it just I'd like to put the key in, the sunglasses pop up, maybe play the theme song, things like that.
Josh has that nice Master Morpher.
Yeah, I do.
And him
Wow,
showing off.
that's hot.
I
No,
love it.
now I'm kind of wanting a Master Morpher now that you're showing it off.
See, perfect time for Hasbro to swoop in.
I know, seriously, and that's going to make me angry because I paid money to make one.
This
Put
is
all
a
our
long
wallets in
shot.
Angel Graves.
The comic book theater in the chat said the Hyperforce Morpher.
That would
be really.
That would be
That'd be-
interesting, but I don't think Hasbro cares about.
Yeah, I don't. I
Yeah.
think it's too long since Hyperforce ended. Like I said, I know it'd be a long shot, but that would be interesting.
Yeah, it's either do something with Hyperforce, give us the season 2, and make it relevant again for those products to come out.
Right.
I feel like the only thing we're going to see Hyperforce wise
is
ever
in the
again
comic.
is in the comics, and I feel like maybe convention exclusive 5-pack or 6-pack or there's 7 figures
And
or
they're
7
part of
Rangers.
they're part of Heroes of the Grid, the game.
That's true. I feel like the only merchandise we're ever going to see are Lightning figures of them, and that's probably where it's going to end.
That would be enough for me.
No, I
Although
agree.
I would love a Morpher. I think those Morphers are pretty sweet. I'm just here for any Morpher that hasn't got a legacy treatment.
Mhm.
Because what I don't want to happen is Hasbro to like repeat what Bandai did and
They're smart.
yeah, exactly.
Well, that's what I'm really worried about as far as Megazords go, because if they're going to do a Lightning Collection Megazord,
Shogun.
yes, I would love. See, they're in a weird position because I would love them to do Shogun, but at this point, would they make it then compatible with the ones that Bandai already did? I feel like they
No.
would.
Absolutely not.
So then it would make sense for them to just start at the beginning or just do something crazy, just pick something random like the SPD Megazord or something. Do you know what I mean? Like something that's a fan favorite that they would just do.
They obviously know where their fan favorites lie. Time Force, SPD, things like that. So I feel like they're smart enough to do something. So I feel like, an SPD Megazord or a Time Force Megazord, an Astro Megazord. I feel like those are potential ones for us to end up getting.
I just feel like they're not going to start with Shogun Megazord because then people would complain that it's not backwards compatible with Bandai stuff. But I understand why it wouldn't be. But I
if
feel
people
like
are expecting it to be backwards compatible with Bandai stuff, they're dumb. Just saying.
I know, but what I'm saying is, do you see how if they just jump where they left off, it's putting them in a weird position? Like,
oh no, and I was just kidding anyway.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying it sets them up for a bunch of backlash that they don't need. So that's why I feel like if they were going to do the ninja stuff from season 3, they would either do all of it themselves or just start back at the Dino Megazord. But I feel like after getting the Solo Chogokin, I really don't need any other Dino Megazord that anyone.
I'm good.
I think it would be a mistake for them to go to the Dino Megazord.
Right. Well, look how surprised we all were when it was Toy Fair and we saw like the little mini figures represent all the different seasons. And then we saw the Wild Force Megazord. We're all like, where the hell did that come from? So they're willing to jump around, and I really appreciate that.
Yeah, that's what I think too. And also, I think it was Database Ranger again said he still roots hard for the Astro Megazord. And we did see that giant Astro Megazord prop at Morphicon. Maybe that was a bit of a tease.
True.
I would buy the hell out of that. Like for a fully combined, it turns into the ship.
And see,
throw
that would
some die cast in there. Throw
and
some die cast.
Cool, you have the potential to tie that in and do a Delta Megazord later on down the line. Right. You can have you can release the Battleizer for the first time in God knows how long and have them be compatible like the original toys were.
I'm not really sure what you're talking about. All right,
well, I know, but I have it too. But I think there's so much. You mentioned Wild Force. That right there is a rabbit hole to jump down. That's 25 Zords you can do. That's
oh my god! I would love that.
I've been holding off buying the Gal Ranger stuff simply because I'm hoping Hasbro will do Wild Force because that's such a fun, Zord line that I know the moment I would buy like a Gao King, they'd be like Lightning Wild Force Megazord. And I'd be like, well, I'm out $3,000.
At this point, I'd be happy with a Super Mini Plav Gao King and then just do all of them. But I think the Astro Megaship, I think, is a smart move just because it's a very self-sustained singular Megazord they could do that doesn't necessarily rely on anything else. You can go ahead and do the rest, certainly, but that will be something that they could put out there that's nostalgic enough to win them the money they need, obviously, but it's self-contained is what I guess what I'm trying to say. Like I feel like that would be.
Could you imagine like if they took their Hasbro like the super line that they do, like the crowd-funded one, and if they did a studio model scale version of the Astro Megaship, I would lose my mind.
I feel like that would not track that well, but that would be neat.
Yeah.
Did you hear what the
one? I think it's going to be like Voyager scale.
It could be
for like Transformers.
Yeah.
I could even see them doing it as leader class, or even the new one with Skyfire. They could do it that size.
Flynn says Lightning Collection Cody.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
From Ninja Steel.
Oh God, I've been rewatching. Well, not rewatching. My first time through Super Ninja Steel.
I've been praying for you.
To yourself.
I'm sorry.
I'm doing it for a podcast, so there you go. It is.
HasLab, that's what it's called. Thank you, Mr. Yellow. Yeah, did you see Cookie Monster is the next HasLab thing?
I saw that. That was amazing.
I just think it's funny. They're like Jabba's sail barge, immediately followed up with Cookie Monster.
My friend already wants one. She's a huge Muppets fan, and she's like, I need this. And I'm like, you do you.
You just get the Cookie Monster and you put him in the sail barge, and he's like, "Badu da buda."
All right. Going to the chat, Database Ranger said the whole battle for the grid lineup of Rangers would be interesting as Lightning figures. What else do we got?
I like that idea, but at the same time, I feel I don't want the same Rangers just refreshed over and over and over. But
We've
I
got
mean, I could see why. I mean, I could see why people want them because they are the most popular Rangers. Like they are very well received.
Ranger Select said Serpentera. I would be down for that.
Absolutely.
That's a good HasLab choice.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, yeah.
Ooh, someone said the Lightning Gravezord from the comics, the Ranger Slayer. What is that called? The
Don't
Grave.
even
Grave
tempt me.
The Gravezord or the Mega Megazord.
I would die for the Mega Megazord.
Nice. Yeah, that would be cool.
I'd like the Mega Megazord just because it's the closest we would get to the Hyperforce Megazord.
That's true.
Someone asked if I was okay. I mean, I'm dealing with a cold, but
I think they meant because you were watching Ninja Steel.
oh, I'm allergic to Ninja Steel. That's why I got the cold.
But does it give you gas?
Fuck.
Oh, ding! There's another bird.
Sorry. No, you know what? That show is so horrible, and not just watching it one per, but like if you're binging it, I swear to God, there was literally 4 episodes in a row where they do the cartoon circle shrink to Victor going no, and I'm like, am I in some weird kind of deja vu? What the hell is this?
Is this purgatory?
I want a video of Eric watching it, and then at the end of the episode, when the next one starts, it shrinks to Eric going, no.
Someone
Stop
said,
talking about Ninja Steel. He's getting rowdy.
okay, sorry. Mr. Yellow said HasLab Tor Pyramidas and the Ninja Storm Mammoth Zord. Saw the huge carrier
Oh,
Zords.
Ninja Storm. That'll be cool. Because we didn't get that over here, right? That was Japan only back in the day.
Right.
The Mammoth. That could be cool.
Yeah, so San Diego Comic-Con. What do you guys think we'll see in terms of maybe something for the comics? How far do you think they'll reveal the storyline or covers?
We might see some covers through the next, like, I don't know, 4 or 5 issues, but you know,
Yeah.
That's what
I think they're going to be very tight-lipped about it because that's leading into the issue 40. I mean, they weren't saying anything about it.
Yeah. And yeah, I just dread because issue 40 had a total of 25 variants. I am dreading when they eventually hit 50. If they hit, well, they're going to. When they hit issue 50, I don't even want to know. It's going to be crazy.
It's going to be nuts.
I had to severely limit my variants purchases. It's just getting out of hand.
Your variants.
All the variants. I don't know. What else do you guys think we'll see on the panel?
Walter Jones, because he just was announced to come to San Diego Comic-Con with Boom Studios.
Okay.
Interesting.
Why?
Probably to promote that Lightning
Black Ranger.
armor.
Yeah, the Armored Black Ranger. That makes sense.
They could sign it. Yeah.
Well,
Get it
I
here
don't
first.
know.
I care. It's not like I like the Black Power Ranger or anything.
Nope. Like how he just had that on hand.
I always have it on hand.
It's my secret cap. I always have it.
But no, I think we'll get some interesting things. I would love to see a tease or a new trailer for the second half of Beast Morphers.
Why? When you could just watch it from the Australian rips.
I was going to say that. Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely think we'll see some new Beast Morpher stuff. I mean, obviously we saw all the Zords already, and they should be coming out soon. And there's the big sword. But I'm hoping that there's also going to be an electronic version of the Gold Ranger gun Morpher. The Nerf one is fine. I get why it exists, but I do hope that they do an electronic Morpher version that can use the keys. That would be nice. Even if it's like the same guts as the regular Morpher, like I tweak it a little bit, but
I wouldn't be surprised if they would. Normally their Nerf stuff is like a side thing.
Right. Also, I could see maybe they'd throw Silver in the next wave of Lightning collection. like the stag.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty
scarab?
safe bet.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, scarab.
I wouldn't be surprised by the end of Beast Morphers if we at least had all 5 Rangers in the Lightning Collection, which is
Yeah.
a smart thing to do.
Oh, also in the normal $10 line, have we seen pictures for like an actual Beat J Stag yet?
Nope.
I'm betting that's
Oh,
gonna.
no, we haven't.
Some version of that is gonna show up.
Don't
Whether
you
it's
mean
that-
Steel?
Sorry, I didn't remember his name because he
BJ
showed up
Stag.
5 minutes at the end.
We're talking about Power Rangers.
I'm not trying to be a weeb. I'm just I forget the
Don't
other
you
name.
mean Mantis J Scarab?
Nice. Mantis.
I broke him, yeah.
Well done.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't know if he'll be in the $15 like Zord line or if he'll just be. I kind of wish he would just be like a normal $10
a
figure.
normal figure.
Because
Yeah.
those, not that they're bad, but I didn't think those $15 ones were that successful. So I would rather they just.
I was not a fan of the transformable ones because they
Yeah.
weren't
Yeah.
in scale.
Well, Smash was all right, but I didn't
Smash
care.
is fine. I could
Smash is fine, but give me his regular hands, not his
Yes.
burning fire hands.
This hand of his is glowing red.
I could with the. I mean, other than villain figures, obviously, I could see them doing a normal Cruise figure just because with the lack of like after they do this fall wave, unless there's some surprises down the road, they don't have many more. What's that?
Green Ranger.
Yeah, right. They don't have many more Rangers they can do. They have the.
You're not supposed to know about Green Ranger.
They have the 3, powered custom guys, and then the potential Green Ranger. I don't know.
Well, the red armor mode.
Well, he's already coming out.
But if they do the actual powered custom for him.
Right. So you got the 3 of them, and then you've got a potential green. I could see them, other than villains, I could see them throwing a Cruise in like the main assortment. Just be like, hey, here's an articulated Cruise that doesn't have a muffler stuck to his arm.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
I would love that. How awesome would it be if they made a figure of that orange Ranger they did for the Make-A-Wish game?
Oh, I could see that being
I would
some
buy
sort of
it.
exclusive, but I would buy that in a heartbeat.
Yeah, I'm jonesing for that comic book variant.
Yeah, it looks good.
That was
Isn't that
really
like a $50
cool.
variant?
No, it's like a $20.
Okay, I heard somebody say $50, and I was like, "What?"
Maybe on eBay for this.
Right.
Depends where you buy it. I don't know. Is there any other like role play items or just figures or Zords that you would expect? I mean, they're gonna have to show us the lion at some point, the motorcycle.
That'll probably be next year, honestly. I mean, I
Or
don't know.
NYCC maybe, depending on when they're planning on releasing it.
That and a potential Frog Zord.
For the Green Ranger.
Right.
I'm just wondering.
Go ahead.
I'm just wondering if they're going to surprise us with something that, because we keep thinking in terms of what Bandai did. We keep thinking like, Lightning Morphers, Lightning Megazords. I'm just wondering if Hasbro's going to pull something out of their hat that will just completely floor us.
I don't know, Toku. Chris, what do you... Oh, wow.
Hey,
There he is.
I was trying to go for a joke, and then he actually pops up.
Sorry, one of the joys of living at home, for those who don't know, I'm in the process of moving across the country. Slowly, but
he's moving into
one of the
my
joys of living
basement.
pretty much. It's called Tennessee, but you get fed sometimes, and I just happened to be home today, and they were like, "Hey, we're gonna grill steaks." So I was like, "Okay."
Oh, that's right.
So nice juicy T-bone is gone. Some fried potatoes. But anyways,
do you think?
What were you saying, Eric?
Yeah. So what I was saying was, we keep thinking about what we're speculating with Hasbro in terms of what Bandai did, in terms of, maybe they'll do like a Legacy Morpher or a Lightning Megazord. And I'm just wondering if Hasbro is going to completely do something different that we never even expected somehow. And obviously we can't really speculate on that, but I just can't think that they're going to be happy with doing the same strategy that Bandai did. I mean, sure, we all want Megazords and Morphers, but I don't know.
So here's the thing.
Oh, wait.
the way from my conversations with Greg, you guys remember Greg, right? Greg from
Yeah,
Bandai?
Of course.
The best.
He always, his comment was always, your money makers are the Megazords, right? That's where your money makers are.
Then where are
Hasbro's gonna make Megazords because that's the money, right? And they know how to make transforming robots. It's kind of their shtick.
This is true.
So I could see them doing their own kind of Lightning Collection Megazord. I would assume that's a foregone conclusion. Now, morphers and stuff like that, I think they would, but I don't think you would see those at general release. I think those would be, kind of like their what they're doing for Transformers with their Generation Selects or whatever, where it's like
Every
an
time
Amazon
I hear that, it
exclusive.
makes me think of didn't McDonald's have like chicken selects and it was like fancy chicken
Mhm.
fingers as opposed to nuggets?
It was
So
like
that
chicken tenders, but with the right meat, which made you
Yeah,
go, "What'd
exactly.
you use before?" with the wrong
Yeah.
meat. But no, I would assume you'd see something like that. My biggest thing is, I don't know if you guys talked about it while I was gone, but my biggest thing is Hasbro loves to do surprise. Brian and Chris should know about this, and Josh, if you're a Transformers guy or not, you might. They love to be like, "Hey, check out this brand new toy, right? Isn't he cool?" Well, guess what? He's available at Hasbro Pulse right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I would not be surprised if they did something like that for Power Rangers. If they were like, whether it's Lightning Collection Wave 2 being like, "Don't these look cool? Not only in the display case, we got a
Pre-order
limited
now."
stock supply, right? We have a limited stock in stock right now on HasbroPulse.com. Go ahead and buy it. Ships tomorrow." I wouldn't be surprised to see that. Or their first Hasbro Pulse exclusive or something. HasLab just updated with Cookie Monster, who a buddy of mine helped make that, so I'm excited for him. But I don't think you'll see a HasLab thing for Power Rangers until the movie, maybe.
Yeah.
Got to drum up that popularity. But if we can also drop $700,000 on a freaking board game, I think we as a collective community can drop some money on a toy.
That ships soon, by the way.
Database Ranger had a good thought. Play sets, because we haven't really seen any play sets for Power Rangers. And I think it would be cool if they did maybe some kind of display thing for your Lightning figures.
Well,
Like maybe
you
not
have to remember
that.
they're doing play sets, but they're doing it for the demographic that buys play sets, which is like the play school variety, right? Like the Wild Force Megazord, stuff like that. Those are considered play sets. So we are seeing play sets. It's just for the preschool demographic, and I would assume that maybe display stuff like they did Black Series. You had what's his name's Throne,
Right.
So maybe something like that.
I
But
think we might see some small scale playset type items like a Lord Zed throne.
a Zordon?
yeah, I would see
Yeah.
a Lord Zed throne. I could see a viewing globe. I could see a cockpit for a Zord. Wouldn't
I
it be cool
can't
to
see
have
like the
a
Aqua
diorama?
or something like that.
No,
Like, that's
No,
just-
I would
that's just-
assume I would say something like Lightning Collection Megazord cockpit, and it's yay big, and you can sit the Power Rangers in the cockpit like they were on the show, and it's a cool display set. I could see something like that, but again, I don't think that would sell at general retail, because I remember the Black Series accessory figures like not selling at all and being on clearance. So
Mhm.
I don't know. It's hard because we don't know what they're doing, and the only thing we can go off of is either what Bandai did, which I would assume that's a bad idea, or two, what they do with Marvel Legends and Star Wars Black Series, which are fundamentally better sellers than anything Power Rangers has done. So it's like, take what they did with the Black Series and Marvel Legends and then tone it down, and then try to figure out what they would do from there.
Yeah.
Also, I would like to get an actual release date of the Play School toys. Are they really released? Are they not released? What's happening? There's like 4 on Amazon and then nothing in a store anywhere. Unless you're Brian and you live in the Bizarro universe.
What if they did something different? What if they did another subsect of Lightning Collection, but like we were talking, maybe accessories? Maybe they give you a whole. Maybe they give you a whole ability to purchase explosion pieces, like like Tamashii Nations does. Maybe they give you, not a shark cycle, heaven forbid, but maybe they give you something like extra weapons or something, or extra hands.
I don't know. They give you pretty many hands as it is, to be honest.
You
But
pretty
something
much
along
get
those lines.
this hand, and
And then
this
this hand.
hand. Yeah. There's your hands.
That's all I need. What else do you need?
Still
Right.
more fans than the SH Figure Arts White Ranger got, if I recall correctly.
Yeah.
Just throwing that out there since everyone's like, figure arts are so much better.
Until they
Have
break
you
it.
seen the head sculpts?
They're also 3 times the price, but
Yes, until you move their leg and it snaps, or you
Or
move
you
their
look
arm
at
and
it
it
and it just
snaps.
falls off your shelf and explodes.
I don't think I told many people. Whenever I reviewed the White Ranger for Collection DX, Bluefin actually sent me the review sample. I took it out of the box, and its arm immediately fell off.
Oh God.
Battle damage.
What
And
figure
so,
was it?
like, I had to call Bluefin and be like, guys, it broke. I can go ahead and review it, but you're probably not gonna like the
Do you
review.
want to be my first impression of your toy?
Well, I know that,
that stuff happens all the
when-
time.
When Toy Arc was getting some advanced like Dragon Ball Z figure arts from Bluefin, half the time they came with like the factory stamp, like the black writing or whatever on the chest of the figure.
Mm.
It's kind of like how am I supposed to do a nice photo shoot or a review of a figure when I have to digitally edit out this horrible factory black writing all over,
I'm pretty sure that show actually,
TN 3XYZ.
Or do what I did and don't edit it out. And then you suddenly stop getting review samples for some reason.
Crazy.
Bluefin's gone through so many changes in personnel, though. It's Bluefin's like the gateway company. You go into Bluefin, you're there for like a year, and then you move on to bigger, better things. No offense to anyone from Bluefin who's been there for more than a year who enjoys their job. That's not what I meant.
Yeah, everyone I worked with at Bluefin was really nice.
Let's see. Chat says special vehicles like galactic speeders. Are those the in-space things? Or are
I think
those the
those are the
actual
Lost
Lost Galaxy, like go-karts? They were go-karts. You can call them speeders. They were go-karts, like, without wheels.
Yes.
I think it'd be cool to get, for the in-space figures, if and when they ever do them, get an actual Galaxy glider.
I was about to say
That'd be
that.
cool.
I desperately want some Galaxy gliders.
Right? I think that'd be cool. I think it'd be fun to get accessory, like we're talking accessory packs, extra hands, because they're all using the same fists. If you I looked at the San Diego Comic-Con pack, and it's like, oh, they're using the same hands for everybody. The only one they can't is Dino Charge or the Ranger, but since they molded the hands, they have to use them, so they're going to put out another Dino Charge Ranger.
Well, I mean, that's par for the course, especially for like Marvel Legends and Black Series. As soon as they have a piece that they can use for multiple characters, they're going to use that piece.
Now, here's a question. What would you guys rather have? Would you rather have a comic book adaptation of a character or the actual, physical person adaptation?
Comic.
So,
Because
are
if you
saying,
think about it,
comic book Trini or TV show Trini?
Comic.
I'm talking Dark Ranger from Beyond the Grid.
Comic.
I would love a Dark Ranger.
But
Brian just
which
keeps
heckle?
saying comic in the background.
Which heckle head do they use? Do they use the actual actor's head, or do they go
Use
with the comic
use
book?
the one
Which
from
do
that
they-
really
Use
poorly
Use the
drawn
actor's
frame.
head.
Yes,
Really?
the pocket one.
Could you be more specific, Brian? I'm not sure which badly drawn frame you're speaking of.
Yes, the
Yeah,
one where he's
that-
making that
that one-
face.
I mean, that's all of Beyond the Grid, but hold on, I'll
That
find it.
Hank Hill from someone drew black glasses on it, and it looked like Hank Hill from King of the Hill. It was ridiculous. Yeah, the one where he looks like he walked in on his parents having sex.
I missed that issue of Power Rangers.
I'm
I mean, if
making
we're
very
talking about
meaningful
Beyond the Grid-
faces.
I don't want
We're
any
talking-
face based off of Beyond the Grid.
Well,
It's
at least those early issues. Yikes!
Somebody posted Boom just announced the collected volume of all of Beyond the Grid, and I'm like, hey, that thing nobody wants.
I actually,
All right,
so
we're
I
gonna
have a
make it.
script.
We're gonna put it here if you want it. There
I have
it
a
is.
script for a video, and where did I put it?
Here it comes.
There's a line. There's a line that
there it
references
is.
Beyond the Grid. I'm talking
Oh,
about Ranger Slayer, and my line goes: she eventually comes to her senses because she's all hiya and stuff, and goes on to be featured prominently in the sequel series to Shattered Grid called Beyond the Grid that all four of you loved and talked about on Twitter.
I mean, he's not wrong.
Featured predominantly.
Yes. She sat around and had lunch with some of the characters.
All right, so let's involve our 22 watching now people and see if any of them are actually listening or if they just have it on because they want us to feel better about ourselves. But what Lightning Collection figure is your most wanted? I'm curious what everyone's going to say. What is your most wanted for Wave 3? What is the one figure that you're like, it has to be coming out? All right, quit the fandom.
It has to be Shadow Ranger with the cloak that saves Z with the spiral saber. It has to be that one.
And it has to be 4 copies of the Titanium Ranger.
You can just buy 4.
We have one Dino Thunder White Ranger. We have one Astronema. Database Ranger's trying to figure out who his could possibly be. We have a Wolf Warrior.
Phantom.
See,
Josh, good old Josh, Living Ranger Key wants Super Mega Force Silver, but not because of the character.
No, for the character though.
There's Phantom Ranger. Okay, finally got it out. Phantom Ranger. Ecliptor. Yeah. Red Turbo, but TJ, not Tommy.
Amen.
Solid.
Yeah.
If they do
with the smug grin that he's always got, where he's always just like.
Well, I just want, if they do a Ranger with that had multiple people use the power, and there aren't many of them, just give us both faces.
I mean, I think there's certain times where you can do one or the other. So like Rocky, for example, we can get him with Zeo Blue down the line.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, with TJ. I mean, there's so many Tommies. You know, there's what 4 Tommies. Just do Turbo just do it TJ. Like it just makes more sense.
If you do In Space Blue, you could take the head from that and put it over on Turbo Red.
Yeah, but
the thing is, you have to release those figures first.
Right. No,
this all sounds great and dandy, but they have to actually release.
And don't get me wrong,
Blue
obviously,
to enjoy your Red Turbo.
I would choose Red Turbo TJ over Tommy 100%. That's not a question. I'm just saying there's very few instances where somebody was one color and never, you know what I mean? Like
Aisha
was release that could eventually
after Trini, and I don't think she moved on because right before Zeo, she got switched out with Tanya.
You have Aisha, and then you have Kendricks and Corone.
Yeah.
True.
Those are the only 2 that I can think of, unless you talk about like one-shot characters who like used a morpher for a moment, which I can't think of any outside of Sentai.
That's true. Probably MMPR.
No, give us what's his face? Dino Charge Purple, the dude.
Oh,
Albert.
There you
go. Give me Albert or give me death.
With like back motion.
Yeah.
Now see him, I could see being an exclusive somewhere and solely like a Comic-Con or something exclusive.
What are you talking about? Kids would eat him up.
And it would be okay if his ab crunch was really floppy.
Be more realistic.
Just realism.
Oh gosh. So when do we get a Lord Draken figure? When do they go back to that pool? When do they go?
When he comes back to the comic.
I was going to say
so issue 43.
He's not really relevant anymore. I mean, obviously he was a big deal, but his time has kind of passed. I feel like Hasbro kind of acquired it while he was on the way out, so maybe they don't need him.
Or if you're going to do Draken, do another form. Do his old form.
What, 4
form? Yeah. Do a Draken 4-pack. Get it out of the way.
my initial thought was do the first Draken and the final Draken, and then do a 2-pack of 3 and 4, and then 2 and 3
as a New York Comic Con exclusive.
Right.
I'd buy it.
Fighting Spirit Draken edition.
let's be fair too. Like Zeo Gold will come out at mass retail at some point. They wouldn't make a popular character like that and make it just an exclusive character.
What do you think?
It'll come with the tray head.
I just want to come with a staff that is accurate in the sense that. So this is my OCD, right? So the 2 staffs it comes with is the one where it's closed and the blade is up, and the one that comes with the blade down and it's open. Right?
You want it closed and down.
Is
the one where the blade is up and it's closed is only appears when he summons the staff. Like, and then the second he gets it, he's like, ah, and then he goes and does everything else. So therefore, we need a staff that is blade down and shut. Because I even went through the Sentai footage yesterday because I was so I have OCD. I'm a parent now, and it's given me OCD.
But if they release them at mass retail, is it going to be using the same paint applications, or are we going to look at
War
another
Thunder Part
mustard?
2.
Oh,
Well, I guarantee you the price has nothing to do with the paint. It has to do with the accessories.
Right.
Yeah.
yeah, because
I mean,
that's
if you look
why.
at the Comic-Con exclusives, we're paying for $20 per figure and a few accessories, and then that extra $10 is basically for the Power Blaster pieces.
Yeah,
I would think.
Power Blaster and an extra golden power staff. There you go. That's it. Otherwise,
do you think if they do the Rangers separately, if you bought them all, could you combine their weapons, or do you think that Power Blaster is 100% locked behind SDCC?
I
I think they'll make it combinable. They have to.
Yeah.
So that way, if you miss out on SDCC, you could probably eventually buy everything in that set piecemeal later
Right,
on.
because they're going to use the same molds.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
So-
which means it should be an obvious answer then that all the Mighty Morphin Power Ranger figures are coming. Right? They have the weapons for them. Done.
Right.
Plus, I mean,
the only one I don't think you'll be able to get at retail at any point is going to be the Armored Red Ranger. I think that will literally be a San Diego only thing.
Yeah, I don't doubt that.
I don't see that ever being something at retail unless they're really, really desperate to get MMPR still on the shelves.
or like
At
later
most,
on,
I could see it being at GameStop or Walgreens.
say dump it at some online retailer exclusive like Entertainment Earth or something like that. You
Surprised they
guys
don't have anything. Usually, Entertainment Earth has like a first release right for a bunch of product.
I just want the
Well, I mean, they do. But...
Not anymore, baby. It's Hasbro time.
Well, I mean, like even for Hasbro, because they did what Masterpiece Grimlock or Soundwave when it came out in the U.S. was first released at Entertainment Earth. Legacy, the small little 5-inch figure of Lord Zed, that was a Entertainment Earth first item. The Silver Psycho Ranger, Entertainment Earth first item. So I mean, Entertainment Earth gets a lot of these like first rights release to stuff that ends up being available online or at the other stores later. But,
well, didn't they say that Silver was going to originally be Toys R Us, but they went under too early?
I think so. I don't know. I just think it's funny we never got the girls. Sorry, I just think it's funny.
Well, I guess they
I
could
laugh at
say
your
that the
tears.
female Psycho Rangers didn't sell very well.
I just have a 5 all-male Psycho Ranger team: red, blue, black, green, and silver.
For some people, that's a fantasy.
Yeah.
But,
Well, it was born out of necessity. It wasn't what I chose.
oh, you guys are wrong. Comic Book Theater reminded us there's one more set of faces. Jack, Sky, and Bridge.
Oh, if you want to get technical.
Well, that's
There's
three
no
different,
SPD
that's
right
three
there.
different figures
I
you can
do
do
want to
still.
be detective. Wow.
Cordell Daher makes a good one. He says it'd be fun if their first Lightning Collection. I added first, but just if they did a Lightning Collection Master Morpher, that'd be a cool way to like jump.
Oh,
into
that was 30 minutes
the
ago.
role play.
Yeah.
That was when you were enjoying
Whatever.
steak, Chris.
Yeah, welcome to 30 minutes ago. And I was
Delicious
Steak it
T-bone
up.
steak, medium rare, just the way I like it.
I'm over here eating crackers. You got a steak. Rude.
If they have
calling
a
you
plain,
T-bone.
if they do a plain MMPR red and black, what heads? So a regular Mighty Morphin red and black at retail, what heads would they use? Would it be Zach and Jason or Adam and Rocky?
I would say
Well-
Zach and Jason, even though I would kind of want an
see,
Adam and Rocky.
Adam had so many hairstyles over the years. I want hairstyles
I
for
want
each.
all the Johnny Young
Well,
Gosh heads.
hold on.
Yeah.
We're talking about Rocky, Adam, and Aisha and all that. We forget that they could do metallic armor figures and release the heads with them.
Or
Listen.
they could do.
Don't put ideas in their head, Kevin.
You're shaking your head, Chris, but I mean, why not do it?
Or they could do Power Rangers the movie and release them that way.
Now
There
that
you
I
go.
would be more on board with.
I would too.
Those suits done in Legacy with the second cast. What did I say?
Chris is just shaking his head.
I know. No fire. But no, seriously, that would be awesome. That would be
Yeah, I would love. I would buy every single one of them. as
because
soon as-
honestly, and this is
Ninjetti.
for me. Yeah, the I want a Ninja Man or Ninjor. I want Ninjor as a Lightning figure. That would be fantastic. But I was going to say the Bandai movie figures they did they weren't bad. I didn't think. I thought they were actually fairly decent.
No,
I like them.
but I would.
That was their last actual effort into something.
Right, and it showed.
After that, it was kind of like, whatever.
Yeah.
Can we get a Walgreens movie Zordon with the trash bag like?
Oh, God. He comes lying down in a broken crystal.
I think what you're gonna see.
It's just their Emperor Snoke wrapped up in a bag.
Yeah, just honestly, the Snoke is good enough. Just repaint his head and that would be great. I could see it right where I'm sitting. Yeah, just do that.
But see, okay, I'm gonna go back to Database Ranger real quick. Do we get a human head? And if so, who? Because we can't do Billy.
Wait, what?
Or just give him another accessory.
Wait, a human head for
Wait,
I mean, why can't we do
Phantom.
Great Kid Billy?
Wait, go back. What's the question?
For Phantom.
So if they did a Phantom Ranger Lightning Collection figure, would they include a human head? And if so, who would it be? Because you could make a big stink about it can't be Billy because of Boom Studios in the comic showed in the post-apocalyptic future with the Shattered Grid showed the Phantom Ranger fighting alongside the Mighty Morphin Ranger. So therefore, it can't be Billy.
I mean, Lord Zed doesn't have an alternate head. I know Phantom Ranger is limited on accessories, but like
Another effect part.
And articulation. He couldn't really go like more than this.
right. Let me
Wait, why would it be Billy in the first place? I'm confused. Did I miss something?
because everybody thought that Billy was the Phantom Ranger, or he was supposed to be, or he was gonna be, or something like that.
Oh.
I don't know the actual story, but just I don't know.
He doesn't need a second head. If it's not
Let's
after,
do two figures and have the second one just be an all clear version of it.
What if
Okay, we're talking about
Hey.
fighting alongside each other.
Hey. Phantom Ranger has the Chip Lynn head from that one April Fool's joke.
Give us a Jason Bischoff head.
Nope.
I'd buy that.
I mean, if that's the case, I mean, because in Super Mega Force we had, Mighty Morphin fighting alongside Zeo, so you could literally say none of that matters at all. And
No.
still give
So
him
just
a
put
Billy.
everything with a Jonathan Zakor head because he's the one who screwed everything up. And then
I was going to say in the legendary battle, we saw lots of teams of duplicate people, so don't worry about it.
Give him like a power ruby, like not removable, but one you can put in his hand, and then I don't remember this from the show, but the Phantom Laser, like just give him that, and then you have the same. It's just like Lord Zed, like you, and then a different set of hands.
Give him like 3 bushes that he can hide in, and then we're good. That's all you need.
Bush accessories.
I was going to say maybe he can come with the Phantom Menace. Nailed it.
Okay, real quick, because we're running high on time now. But real quick, top 3 for you guys, and chat, you can go ahead and listen to. What are your top 3 most wants for villain Lightning Collection figures? Just villains.
Daishi.
Korag.
You guys could jump out. I'm just Daishi was just first and foremost on my.
Korag.
Daishi Korag Astronema.
Yeah, Astronomer.
Astronema Grum to
Yeah.
go with that SPD shadow.
Just pull up the new cover.
A Rita
And-
Putty, a Zed Putty, and a Piranhatron.
Oh, foot soldiers. Yeah.
I really want some foot soldiers. I would army build the crap out of those things.
I want Korag. I want Ecliptor.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
And-
Ecliptor. Hell yeah.
There's good.
And then probably after that, hold on. I gotta think of their name.
I can't remember his Power Ranger's name, but whoever was Juzo. But I don't think they would give him because his
Deckard.
actor murdered someone.
Yeah.
Realistic sword action. Too soon?
Depends who you ask. Urumasa? Sorry.
Sticks out till Rick's out. I mean, all right.
I love how Kevin comes up with all these edited versions of our things that we say. Sticks out till Rick's out. It was like the sensor.
Beautiful.
Pumpkin wrapper. There it is.
Oh, there you go. Yeah,
Ooh.
I want
And
pumpkin.
that comes with an alternate Kyle Higgins head.
Pumpkin Raptor.
I want a good Rito
What that is,
figure.
but now I want it to happen.
Rito is a good idea.
Yeah,
As long as that comes with realistic duct tape.
Also, am I wrong, or was Rito cut out of the villains cover?
Yeah, he wasn't in there. God, they couldn't fit everyone.
I know, but I felt like he was fairly significant.
I feel like I need to look at the cover again, but then they only do like the main bad guys.
Pretty much the main ones, yeah.
Yeah, but was Goldar on it?
No.
Oh, okay.
They
No.
weren't including generals. They were just including like main
Well, I
bosses.
just meant if you were going to do any generals, I figured MMPR would get like.
Ooh, okay. Here's some fun chats. Hi, Hassan. Hassan's in chat. He says make a Phantom Ranger and Blue Centurion 2-pack as an exclusive.
There you go.
Oh.
We need Blue Centurion and Ninjor like those comics.
Oh god.
Database Ranger
The
says
comics are
make
terrible, but I
Phantom
want
Rangers-
Ninjor.
Database Ranger says make Phantom Ranger's head Justin's dad just to screw with everybody.
I bet
That would
you most
explain
people
a
would look at it
lot.
and be like, "Who's this?"
Hassan wants Astronema, Ecliptor, and Darkonda, an in-space villains 3-pack.
Yeah, Dark Honda's
J-Boss says Mesagog, Vengix, and Astronema. But I want the Vengix that is in the
tube.
like, Sword on Wannabe tube. Yeah, that's what I want.
I want a King
Oh,
Mono
okay.
just because
Okay.
of the break
Robo
on
Goat.
their bigger budget.
We've all failed. We've all failed because none of us threw out the idea of having Cyber Villain Blaze as a Lightning collection.
Ooh.
Oh
I
yeah.
want Scorpius. Like I don't know how you do it. Just do Scorpius.
No, Scorpius and Trakina together, because he's
You
like
do
a small warm
Scorpius?
thing.
With detachable tentacles and one that can like wrap around the figures, and then a big stone pedestal to put him on, just like in his final episode. Ooh,
Josh
Rancid.
Ranger Key wants a Robo Goat.
Rancid.
Robo Goat.
Calm down, Eric.
Master Org.
Nord. I like Nord.
I said Master Org.
And we had someone say Norg.
Oh, somebody said Norg. I don't have the chat up. I don't have the chat
Oh,
up.
Master Org with a removable fake horn.
That's right.
Oh no!
It has to do the sound effect each time.
I'm a human. I'm not. Oh gosh, I don't know.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, I'm hoping that San Diego for Power Rangers this year is great because I've had a lot of private discussions with people that are attending with me, and there's some thought that the hype train's a little too rolling right now and needs to kind of set the brakes back a little bit. And a lot of people are disappointed that the cast of Beast Morphers isn't going to be there. So the thought is that, not that this is phoned in, but with Jason Bischoff not with Hasbro anymore, who was responsible for a lot of the cool stuff you saw at Power Morphicon, with him not with Hasbro anymore, that kind of push to be like, hey, let's include this cool thing and let's make the booth more showy. Let's do this. That's not there. So there is the possibility we walk in and Power Rangers is a single display case with nothing new in it. No cool mannequins with costumes or anything like that. And then the panel is just
the
showcasing
pieces of Goldar's head that they have left over after the rats ate it.
Also, this is random, but I was searching Power Ranger villains for the last discussion, and a picture of Charlie Sheen.
Lightning Collection Charlie Sheen.
I'm not really sure how he qualifies, but Google
his
thinks he
alternate head is just a bunch of white stuff smeared on his face.
That's who the Phantom Ranger is.
That's the White
Charlie
Dragon. That's
Sheen.
the Legend of the White Dragon.
Go edit site, appropriate for all ages, delete. Blew that in one live stream. Good job.
We did it, guys. We saved it.
All right, so we'll go ahead and end things there. You guys have any final things you want to add to anything?
Liz, if you're still watching, we're getting ready to be done.
I think she's long gone. I think she's a few beers into her live stream.
Let's find out.
I hope that something good comes of SDCC and like it's not just really dull. Like even if it's not like a ton of things, so like just a couple little things to
See, someone
get people
decided
excited.
to tweet something. Gee, I wonder who that was.
What?
What?
Huh?
Oh no, my phone buzzed.
It wasn't me.
Oh,
I tweeted nothing.
Oh no, it was Chris.
It was me.
I don't tweet things. I mean, I do, but
But I don't.
I don't.
so San Diego technically starts on Wednesday night preview night. I don't remember exactly what time. Every time I think it's 6, they're like, "No, it's 5," and then I'm just kidding, it's 7. Get off the floor. But so sometime on Wednesday night, Pacific time in the evening when the sun's still up, preview night will start, and we'll be there. I'll be there actually, but for the site for both Power Ranger without the vowels and with Toku Nation with the vowels. So. Thanks, Brian. That made me feel better. So we'll be there covering. So we'll be there Wednesday, Thursday, and then heaven forbid something new pops in on Friday. But we'll be there. You'll see lots of pictures. Obviously, we'll tweet from the site or Per Ranger site on everything. Actually, every social media is PWRRNGR site. Just give us a follow, and then pictures will also be up at Toku Nation. I'm still deciding what love they get versus what love we get, because they're still covering toys, and I'm still working there. So, yeah.
All right.
And then if you're a Kamen Rider fan, stay tuned.
Oh yeah.
Got to go to that meeting. So, but
Are we going to start an alternate site where it's Kamen Rider but without the vowels?
potentially?
KMNRD.
Commander.
I love it.
They took our jobs.
That's how my 3-year-old says Kamen Rider. Commander. So anyways, Eric, Kevin, Chris, Brian, Josh, thanks for coming. Thanks for being
Thanks
on.
for having me.
Yeah, it was fun.
Thanks
you.
for
letting me do this.
Oh, come on. Oh.
Nice.
Ooh, I don't have anything. So, yeah.
coming soon. Coming soon.
We, Chris, we have a podcast in about an hour and a half. So go watch Ranger Liz on Ranger Week in Review, and then come watch us on our.
Yes.
That's true.
So when we're done, immediately go to Ranger Liz, check out what is it, Ranger Week in Review, and then hang tight and go to RRR The Streets. Today's your season 2 premiere, isn't it?
Hell yeah, it is.
For the streets.
heck
For the
yes,
streets.
it is.
You had content all week long, but today is the streets.
That's right.
And if you see me at San Diego, find me. I have cool little business cards that Eric designed for me.
Yeah.
If you're at San Diego, grab me an exclusive.
What's on the Token Nation side? Is that Zangetsu?
Yes,
I did all of his favorites.
he did.
Very cool.
Because I have to do double duty, and I didn't want to carry around double business cards. So I decided to just want stuff on both sides. So one side is shiny glossy, the other side is not.
Business in the front, party in the back.
We need to do these more often. All right. Thank you, guys. Everyone that was watching and taking part, thank you. Fun to talk to you guys. Fun to see you. Fun to see Hassan. I miss Hassan. I don't know.
Same.
He's not gone. I just miss.
Don't get to talk to him anymore because he works.
Yeah, he's working all the time. He can't hang out late night.
Will you, Hassan? Will you become unemployed like a good fan?
Seriously. Yeah.
The employment to unemployment ratio in this chat is literally 50-50.
I don't know. It's changing now.
I'm teetering that line.
Josh is an asterisk right now. So is Kevin. They're both asterisks. And no one really knows what Chris does. He says he works, but we don't really know.
Yeah.
You don't know.
He's up all night on HLJ waiting for them new toys. He's already refreshing for Kamen Rider 01.
Yeah, I got to figure out how.
Seriously, I know that like once a week I can expect on my YouTube subscription channel like HLJ packaging, package opening. Whoa, big one this week. And buys their entire inventory.
Hey, it's a big one this week, even though I just got one last week.
He's like, let me get my box. He's like, and then it's a bunch of toys I didn't even know it came out. This is Ultraman Teresa. Blah, blah, blah.
Ultraman Teresa. Hey, Josh, if you're
I don't
watching,
know.
that needs to be in the show.
When did my wife become an Ultraman?
I don't know. I was thinking Taiga, and I was trying to come up with a play on words, and Teresa just came out. I'm sorry.
Tigerisa.
Ooh. Okay, we're done.
All right, it's time to end.
There's a Photoshop. Of it. Okay. Anyways, thank you guys for watching Power Ranger site, and we'll see you at San Diego. Bye.
I love you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.